Hello everyone. Welcome to Nanuya channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's as universal as it is complex. Why can't I control my emotions? Whether it's snapping at a loved one, bursting into tears unexpectedly, or feeling paralyzed by anxiety, we've all been there. So let's unpack it together. Emotions. They can feel like a tidal wave, overwhelming and unstoppable. But here's the thing. Emotions are neither your enemy nor a weakness. They're signals, your brain's way of telling you something important about your internal or external world. Yet, when they feel out of control, it's hard to see them that way. Today, we'll explore why emotions sometimes feel unmanageable, the science behind emotional regulation, practical strategies to regain control. Ready? Let's dive in. Let's start with why emotions can feel like they're running the show. First, it's important to understand that emotions are deeply tied to your brain's wiring. Specifically, they originate in the limbic system, a part of the brain responsible for survival instincts, memory, and emotional responses. Ever heard of the amygdala? It's a small, almond-shaped part of your brain that plays a big role in processing emotions, especially fear and anger. When your amygdala senses a threat, whether it's a real danger or just a stressful email, it activates your fight-or-flight response. This can overwhelm the more logical part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, making it harder to think clearly or act calmly. But it's not just about the brain. Your upbringing, past experiences, and even your physical health can shape how you experience and express emotions. For example, if you've grown up in an environment where emotions were dismissed or punished, you might struggle to recognize and regulate them as an adult. Now, let's talk about emotional regulation. It's a fancy term, but at its core, it's your ability to influence how you experience and respond to emotions. The good news? Emotional regulation is a skill you can develop. Your prefrontal cortex plays a starring role here. It helps you assess situations, weigh consequences, and make deliberate choices. Think of it as the brain's CEO, working to keep the emotional limbic system in check. But, and this is a big but, when you're sleep-deprived, stressed, or overwhelmed, your prefrontal cortex struggles to do its job. There's also the role of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which influence mood and emotional stability. Imbalances in these chemicals can make it harder to regulate emotions, which is why mental health conditions like anxiety or depression often come with intense emotional swings. All right, let's get practical. If you're feeling like a passenger on the emotional roller coaster, here are some strategies to help you take the driver's seat. Pause and breathe. When emotions feel overwhelming, your breath is your anchor. Deep, slow breaths can calm your nervous system and give your brain a chance to catch up. Try inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6. Name it to tame it. This one comes from neuroscience. When you name what you're feeling, I'm angry or I'm anxious, you engage your prefrontal cortex, which helps reduce the intensity of the emotion. Check your thoughts. Often, our emotions are amplified by the stories we tell ourselves. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Reframing negative thoughts can change how you feel. Move your body. Physical activity is a powerful way to process emotions. A brisk walk, yoga, or even a dance session in your living room can help release pent-up feelings. Build emotional awareness. Journaling or talking to a trusted friend can help you identify patterns in your emotions and triggers. The more you understand your emotional landscape, the better equipped you'll be to navigate it. Seek professional help. If emotions feel unmanageable, don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist or counselor. They can provide tools and insights tailored to your needs. Emotions are part of being human. They can be messy, overwhelming, and even painful, but they're also what make life rich and meaningful. Learning to manage them takes time and practice, so be patient with yourself. Thanks for joining me on. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might need it. And remember, you have more control than you think. Take a deep breath and keep moving forward. The phrase tidal wave is used metaphorically here to describe emotions as overwhelming and powerful, similar to a literal tidal wave's immense force and inability to be easily stopped or controlled. It captures the feeling of being swept up and overpowered by emotions in a dramatic way. The phrase brain's wiring refers to the neural connections and pathways within the brain that determine how it processes information, emotions, and responses. It's like the circuitry of the brain, involving areas such as the limbic system, amygdala, and prefrontal cortex, which are responsible for emotions, reasoning, and regulation. Sleep-deprived means lacking adequate sleep, either due to insufficient sleep duration, poor quality of sleep, or both. Being sleep-deprived can impair cognitive functions, emotional regulation, and overall health, making it harder for your brain to manage stress and emotions effectively. The prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain located in the front portion of the frontal lobe. It plays a key role in higher cognitive functions like decision-making, problem-solving, impulse control, and emotional regulation. Until next time, take care of your mind and your emotions. Bye for now.